YouTube. Can't do anything about the light, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this up on my Uberman channel. You know, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's the hell, I guess it's the 17th. So it's Wednesday right now. And you know, I played a joke on my brother today. Now, honest to God, I thought it was hilarious, cracked me up. I thought it was the greatest thing in the world. It was really just a stupid joke. I thought it was funny. And I've got the whole damn house on my ass over it. I mean, it got pretty serious, and not so much with my brother as it was with everybody else. I mean, I saw this as a joke. You know, maybe I got a sick, twisted sense of humor or something. I don't see what I did as such a big deal. Let me tell you what I did, all right? You can paint devil horns on me and hate me if you want to. My brother, about 2 weeks ago, bought a brand new PS3. Now, this is my brother. He's a man that has hardly ever had a job, hardly ever kept a job. For the most part, I've supported him. He carried on a relationship with my now ex-wife, who I ended up divorcing while we were still married. That's a long story. Honest to God, that's a long story. In the beginning, I consented to it because I knew that they would do it behind my back anyway. So I lost my brother for the majority of our adult lives. I mean, hell, for the majority of our teenage lives. I mean, I didn't even know him. I brought him to live with me. And, you know, anyway, my ex-wife had a tendency to sleep around even though she denied it. I knew that she would sleep with my brother. And he told me he hadn't had relations in over 5 years. So I was pretty certain he would sleep with her too. And, you know, I gave consent as long as, you know, I didn't want to know anything about it. They weren't to have, like, a relationship outside of strictly sex. I'm at fault for that. But the only reason I'm throwing that out there is to give you a little bit of background about what I carry around with me. I did consent to this at first. And it got to the point where I could see they had a relationship. You know, I would walk in the door and they would be laying on the couch snuggled together. And this woman meant the world to me. I know, how could she mean the world to you if you let her sleep with your brother? Well, you know, I don't expect you to understand it because you wouldn't understand it unless you were in my position. You had to have lived my life to understand how I think the way I think. And I can assure you there's probably nobody on the face of this earth that can comprehend the way I think. Doesn't make sense to anybody but myself. Just leave it at that, okay? I consented for them to have sex because I felt it was the only way to keep from losing my brother and my wife, and by default my family as well. I knew it would break me pretty bad, and I just couldn't do it. So I felt if I just consented to it, then I'm allowing it, then it's okay, then I can't be mad at anybody. Well, let's just say it came to a point where it was way more than just sex, and I said, that's it, no more. And let's say that it got to the point where it didn't stop. I still didn't want to lose my wife, still didn't want to lose my brother. So what was I to do? It came to a point where my ex-wife was accusing me of sleeping with my ex-baby mama, which, honest to God, I wasn't. We had a good, friendly working relationship, and there was nothing sexual or anything involved in it. But my ex-wife refused to believe that, so she threw me out of the house. And my son. She threw myself and my son out. Now, I expected my brother to come with me, and he didn't. He stayed behind with my wife and the kids that I'd raised for the last 10 years. To me, that's cruel. I carry that weight around with me, and always will. Number one, to know that my wife would let my brother stay and throw me out. Number two, to know that my brother would stay with my wife when I've been thrown out with my son in the middle of winter with nowhere to go. You know, I lost everything. And I guess I'm really the only one to blame, but I carry a lot of, I don't know what to call it. It's not hatred, it's just some kind of baggage that I can't let go of. I know this. So what's this got to do with the joke? Maybe you guys can understand where I thought this was funny. I still don't think I did anything that bad considering my brother. I have supported him the majority of the 4 or 5 years that he has lived with me, or my ex-wife and I, well, yeah, whatever. Gotten him to jobs, he's quit jobs, taken him to find jobs, interviews, the whole works, you know. Rarely has he ever paid his way, but as of lately, he's done well. He paid his own way, except now it looks like he lost his job. So, you know, I'm not really surprised. I love my brother, okay? He has never been able to go out and buy his own stuff, so in the beginning, like I said, he bought a PS3, brand new. He's thrilled about it. Alright, I've got a controller in my bedroom that died the other day for my PS3. I've got 2 PS3s, I've got a PS4. I got a lot of shit. I thought it would be cute and funny if I took my dead controller, stuck it on his bed, took his good controller and hid it in my bedroom. To me, it was just a fucking joke. I just thought it was funny. Well, you know, my brother comes out and he's like, this ain't my controller. This one's all scratched up and old. And, you know, I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. He took this joke kind of the wrong way. You know, I meant it strictly as a joke. I fully intended to give him his controller back. And then he got his controller back. But he took it to a whole new level where he thought I was trying to rip him off. He actually accused me of trying to rip him off. He thought I gave him my dead controller and took his good one so that he would have to try to warranty out a controller that they would never, Sony would never warranty that controller, man. That thing is, it's as old as the last PS3 I bought. They would never warranty it. It was never my intention to try to fuck him out of his controller. But that's my brother's mentality, I guess, is that I'm always out trying to screw him over when I'm not the one that did any of the screwing. You know what I mean? Anyway, I played the joke out as long as I could. I insisted and insisted and insisted that that was his controller. I didn't take it. And at the very end, I was like, all right. He got his controller back, and he was like, so you took my controller? And I said, no. And I pointed at my son, not little, he's 11. I pointed at my son and was like, he did it. Now, maybe that was going too far, accusing myself. I thought it was just a joke to me. I was laughing the whole time. Anybody that knows me knows I was lying through my fucking teeth, man. Well, you know, my son's like, I didn't do it. And I was like, oh yeah, he did it. He did it. And, you know, then baby mama is standing there going, you're teaching the kids to lie. This is the problem. You give them lectures about telling the truth and not lying, and then you lie right in front of them. And I get that. I get her point. I do. Maybe I have a hard time distinguishing between a lie and a joke. A lie is when you wholeheartedly are telling somebody something that's not true, to me, without the intention of ever revealing the truth, and because you're, I don't know, maybe I'm fucked in the head a little. I don't see what I did as telling a lie. Because I was going to turn around right there and tell the truth. Within just a couple minutes, I was just dragging out the joke a little further. It was a joke. I never intended to leave the burden of blame on my son. It was a joke. I was laughing. And needless to say, my daughter's pissed off at me because I'm a liar. My son's pissed off because I lied about him. Baby mama's pissed off about everything. And, you know, the last thing I said to her was, oh, she claims I'm tied up over my ex-wife. You know, I'm not going to lie. I've got fucking issues with that, okay? I do. I still have issues with my ex-wife, and I can't help it. I can't fix it. I have dreams, and not some, don't get it twisted, not a bunch of just sexual. I can't control this shit, man. I feel what I feel. I dream when I dream. I can't help it. Apparently, I talk in my sleep, too. this whole thing was a joke that got blown out of proportion. And then I took it even further, and I looked at her and I said, well, maybe you don't belong here. I feel like everybody's just coming down on me. You know, right now, nobody's working. I'm doing Uber. That's it. I come out, you know, I'm pissed off tonight. I'm fucking mad as hell. I come out and try to calm down, you know, go to some peaceful places, just relax. I'm clocked into Uber, or I was anyway. You know, I feel like I've got the weight of the world on my fucking shoulders and it's collapsing on me and there's nothing I can do about it. Believe me, I'm not doing so well on money right now. I'm not sitting so fucking hot at the moment. Nobody's working right now. You know, my brother just lost his job. Baby mama, I told her she had to stop. The job was tearing her up. Wasn't good for her. Hopefully she'll probably have something else here soon, but it's stressful, man. I just got offered a new job in California. I'll have to go to California and do a few things, but I'll be gone a lot. You know, this new job will require me to travel across the country and even into Canada at times. It's going to require a lot of my time. I know the video's bouncing, so I'm going to cut this off, but I got a lot going on in my life, and I'm pretty stressed. Maybe this joke wasn't funny.